Welcome to yet another challenge lab. This time, the title of the lab is Configure Monitoring by using Azure Monitor. In this, what we're going to do is take a quick look at Azure Monitor, taking a look at the activity log, and then also an alert. We're here in our lab environment, pre-created. So let's first take a look at the activity log that we're supposed to find. And the way that we get there is via monitor. Right. And then monitor has actually quite a bit of functionality in here. And just kind of one of that is this activity log, the very first one in here. So then by default, what we're going to see here is everything for the past 6 hours. And you can see that a couple of minutes ago, there have been things happening. For example, a virtual machine creation has started. We can add filters here. So for example, I could filter for our resource group here. So we have one specific resource group that this lab is going to be using. And that way we will only see activities from that resource group. In our case, that's actually going to be the same thing, as we only have this one resource group available to us. Another thing that we can do here is you can see that the virtual machine is now succeeded, right? Previously, it was actually in a different state. And that's kind of cool here with activity log. That kind of keeps track of the status of an operation. You can see a little bit more info here. So you can see how it kind of goes through different states of the different kind of sub activities of this particular operation. So another thing that we can do here is click on it. So it'll open up in this kind of side pane, gives us a little bit more information. And then we can see the change history here, right? So we can see what has actually happened in our environment. So a user has been added. This is a power state has been changed from starting to running. Then power state starting, power state running, the same thing. And here where we have OS disk has been created or added, 127 gigs. And then here the provisioning state has been changed to succeeded, right? So it's a fairly nicely parsed view of the change history. In addition to that, of course, we can also see the JSON format of the same data, basically. And this is, of course, handy if you export it somewhere and then programmatically take a look at what has happened in your environment. So then the other feature that we're interested in here is a alerting. So that's the second point here on the left-hand side. And there are different ways of working with alerting. In this lab, what we're going to do is we're going to create an action group first, right? So I'm going to create an action group over here under action groups and create. I'm going to use the same resource group as previously. This could be global, right? It doesn't really matter. The action group name is going to be virtual machine admins. And we're just going to have a shorter name like VM admins for that. Then the type of notification we want to send is going to be a message, right? And then let's say that we're going to send an email to me, right? Okay. I need a name for your notification as well. Let's call this VM shutdown because that's actually what we're interested in. So here, under actions, we could then select like exactly what kind of action we want to perform after this alert has been triggered. For our purposes, we're just happy with the notification. So let's create this. Maybe refresh. And now it's there. It took a while. Okay. So we have the action group virtual machine admins here. And simultaneously, we've also received an email that has let us know that we've been added to this group. So next up, let's create a alert rule. So back to alerts and alert rules, and then create. So what we're looking for in this case is actually the virtual machine that should be created here, VM1. And we only have the one, so that's the only one that we're really interested in. So that's the resource that we want to create the alert rule on. And then next up is the condition, right? So because this is a virtual machine, it's giving us those signals. And the signal that we're looking for here is it being shut down. And that's actually called deallocation, right? So let's see if maybe we need to search for it. Deallocate virtual machine, right? So that's lingo of powering off. And that's what we wanted to be alerted about. All right. Otherwise, event level here would be just informational. And then the status, this basically is what we're looking for is succeeded. So once the deallocation has succeeded, then we are interested in this. So what should happen next? Well, fortunately enough, we have created an action group. So we can just refer to that. So we want to email the virtual machine admins that this thing has happened. Additionally, we need to give this a name. So let's say this is a VM1 shutdown. And let's just say VM1 has shut down as the description as well. So we can create this. And let's refresh to see if it's showing up. Yes, it is. And it is enabled as well over here on the right-hand side. All right. If we go back to Azure Monitor, the third option here is called metrics. And we're interested in metrics of our virtual machine, right? So how can we actually get there? Well, we can just drill into the scope here and then click on our VM1 and then apply. Okay, and then we can, in principle, see different kinds of metrics here, like let's say disk read bytes. And there is something actually available already here for us. We could also take a look at something like network out total, right? Again, there is a value already in here. So that's handy. as well. Next up here on the left-hand side, we will have logs. This opens up log analytics workspaces, and it works the same way. Right. So again, we could take a look at a resource in here that we're interested in. However, I don't think our current VM has sent us any logs because we haven't actually set up logs for this particular virtual machine. But if we would have, then this is where the logs would be available. In addition, here on the left-hand side, interesting stuff could be insights. So you might know Azure Insights that are available for applications and virtual machines and other things. So that's always an option over here. Besides that, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's as far as I want to go in this particular lab. So I hope you enjoyed looking at how monitor log works on a very high level, and see you in the next lab. Till then.